This financial aid helps spread English, but it also creates inequality. It gives an advantage to the people who can afford extra English classes, and it slowly pushes local languages and cultures out of the way. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Voices on the Road. I'm your host today, Chloe. Before we dive in, as always, you can find the full transcript in the description box. If you want to take notes while listening, or if you want to learn more about Amie Road, feel free to click the link and check it out. Alright, let's get back to today's topic. Last week, we talked about a very big concept, linguistic imperialism. We discussed how English didn't just become a global language by accident, but through history and power. Today, we're going to dig a little deeper. We're going to look at how this actually happens in the modern world, and we're going to talk about something that usually sounds completely positive, financial aid. To understand this, we first need to learn two very important terms used in global politics and economics, the global north and the global south. The global north refers to the richer, more developed countries like the United States, the UK, countries in Europe, and also the country I'm living in right now, Australia. The global south refers to developing nations, mostly in Africa, Asia, and Latin America. Usually, we hear that the global north gives billions of dollars in financial aid to the global south to help them build schools, hospitals, and economies. It sounds like charity, right? But there is a very interesting YouTube video by Doha Debates called Here's Why Foreign Aid is a Scam that we shared on our page. The video explains that this aid is often not just free money. It is a system of power. In fact, because of unfair trade rules and debts, more money actually flows out of the global south back to the rich countries than the other way around. So, what does this have to do with learning English? Well, when the global north gives financial aid to a developing country, that money often comes with strings attached, meaning there are rules about how to use it. A lot of this financial aid goes directly to governments and big language institutions to fund education programs. But these programs usually promote the language of the country giving the money, which is very often English. They build English training centers, provide English textbooks, and encourage local governments to make English a required subject in schools. By doing this, they create a system where you must speak English to get a good job or to be considered educated in your own country. This financial aid helps spread English, but it also creates inequality. It gives an advantage to the people who can afford extra English classes, and it slowly pushes local languages and cultures out of the way. I know this sounds a bit heavy, but as I said last week, knowing the truth doesn't mean we should stop learning. At Amie Road, we want you to see the full picture. When you understand why the world works this way, you stop feeling bad about your mistakes. You realize that English is a game with rules created by the global north. But you can learn those rules, master the game, and use this language to build your dream life and speak up for yourself. Now, let's move to our vocabulary corner. Here are 5 key phrases from today's episode. Number 1. Financial aid. This is a noun. It refers to money given to support a country, organization, or person. Example sentence: The country received financial aid to improve its education system. Number 2. The global north and the global south. These are terms used to describe the economic divide in the world between richer, developed countries, north, and poorer, developing countries, south. Example sentence: Many resources are transferred from the global south to the global north. Number 3, inequality. This is a noun that means an unfair situation where some people have more money, opportunities, or power than others. Example sentence: financial aid sometimes accidentally creates more inequality in society. Number 4, strings attached. This is a very common B2 idiom. If something has strings attached, it means there are special conditions or rules you must follow to get it. Example sentence: they offered me the job, but there are a lot of strings attached. Number 5, promote. This is a verb that means to encourage something or help it happen and become popular. Example sentence: the new government policy promotes the learning of foreign languages. Thank you for listening to Voices on the Road. If you want to learn more about Amie Road, we're an English learning platform focusing not only on English improvement, but also achieving your dream life through English learning. If you want to know more, please follow us on Instagram, Amie Road Official. That is AMIEROAD_OFFICIAL. I'll see you in the next one. Stay tuned.